Hello, wonderful family. Another glorious day here, though very cold. And another wonderful opportunity to share the word with you. Hallelujah. Today, one wants to talk quickly. Like I said, it's cold, very chilly, to share concerning faith. While studying this afternoon, I shared a little with my daughter, and it was wonderful. And without much ado, let's just jump into the book of Mark chapter 11 from verses 20, 22. But I was really settled down in verse 24. And Jesus replying said to them, "Have faith in God constantly. Truly I tell you, whoever says to this mountain, be lifted up and thrown into the sea, and does not doubt at all in his heart, but believes that what he says will take place, it will be done for him. For this reason I am telling you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe, trust, and be confident that it is granted to you, and you will get it." Hallelujah. This where I really want to settle down with is this word confidence. That is, as you trust and have confidence that it is granted to you and you will get it. In essence, God is saying that it's your confidence in his ability to do it for you that will bring it to pass for you. That if you have confidence that he heard you and that he has given it to you, he has granted it to you, that you will get it. Now, if you remember in the book of 1 John chapter 5, verses 14 and 15, where he says, this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything in accordance with his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, we have granted to us as our present possession that which we've asked of him. He's talking about confidence there again. In essence, saying, this is what gives you confidence. When you ask him, he hears you. If you know he hears you, you know that he has given you what you've asked for. He has granted it to you. And then in Mark 11:24, he says that if you should have confidence that he has granted this to you. Not that he will grant it, that he has granted this to you. Why? First and foremost, realize that God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should change his mind. Hallelujah. He's telling you, look, have confidence that I've given this to you. Now, I gave an analogy to my daughter, which is very precise, and I will tweak it a little bit as I say it here now. You see, my wife had a phone call, or rather, my wife placed a phone call yesterday to her dad. That's my dad-in-law. And my dad-in-law gave her a piece of information, which caused a little bit of unsettlement. It destabilized my wife. The information destabilized my wife. And my wife wanted to act on that piece of information. So she took that information in the bid to act on it. She took the information and reported or called somebody who would have been able to act on that information. Called the person and relayed that same information to the person. And immediately the person told her that it is not possible, that it's impossible. Initially, when my father-in-law told my wife had first said it was impossible. But she went ahead and acted out that she was concerned, which was showing that she was not too confident in her saying that it was impossible. But this other fellow she called, without batting an eyelid, told her it was not possible, and in fact that she should forget about the matter. She should go about her business, forget about the matter. She shouldn't trouble him with that matter. That struck a chord. The guy was actually saying that he was confident that that thing my wife was saying was not it. He was not asking for evidence. He did this, and he was not going to look for evidence. He was confident in what he was saying. That is the same thing God is telling us. Say, if you've prayed for something, you've asked him for something, that you should have confidence in him that he has given it to you. Now, if you see anything otherwise, so anything coming out to tell you that no, this thing God hasn't given it to you, you should act in the same way. That is, that you are not perturbed. You say, that is not possible. God said this, and this is it. He has given it to me. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not going to look for evidence. The evidence is in what God has said. God has said it and I believe him. He has granted it to me and it will come to pass. That's confidence. No matter what they're showing you. I give you another example. So somebody calls me and tells me that my wife is in the shop, let's say Tesco. Meanwhile, myself and my wife discussed, and my wife told me she was going home. And instead of, and whilst I walked down the street, another person came and told me that, my wife has gone to Tesco. If I'm confident in what my wife said, I will tell the person that it's an impossibility. But if I go ahead to call my wife to confirm, darling, where are you? I'm demonstrating that I do not have confidence in what my wife said. But if I say to that person who tells me my wife is somewhere, forget it, my wife is home, and he's pressing me, go and see, I say, just don't bother yourself. I won't even waste my time. I'm demonstrating confidence. And that is what God is actually telling us to do, that we should demonstrate confidence, that whatever we see shouldn't move us, shouldn't shake us. We should just tell that thing, God has spoken. That's all. It will come. I will see it by and by. As for this thing you're telling me, it is a lie. Let God be true and every man a liar. If you do that, God has said that you will get what he has said. Confidence. That's what he's saying, confidence. If you haven't got confidence, if your action moves you, that's any piece of information concerning that thing that God said moves you to and fro, that you want to go and check, you are a bit wave, that you are demonstrating that you've not got confidence yet. Go back and hear what God has said. Go back into the word, and that will build confidence in you. It will build confidence in you, because you know that God is not a man that he should lie. He cannot lie. So if you go and check again in that letter God wrote to you that this is what he said, it will boost confidence back in you. And then you stand your ground, and you will get what God has said. Because God doesn't take back what he has said. You know that. He doesn't take back what he has said. Once he has said it for you, that is it. It's done. Just have confidence that you have granted to you as your present possession. You might not have seen it yet. You understand? You've not seen it yet, but just be confident because God said so. I'm preaching to you. I'm preaching to myself. God bless you. I love you guys. Have a blessed day or a blessed night. Hallelujah.